The Great Bengal Famine during the Second World War, when 4 million people died because Winston Churchill, deliberately as a matter of written minuted policy, proceeded to divert essential supplies from civilians in Bengal to sturdy Tommies and Europeans as reserve stockpiles. He said that the starvation of anyway underfed Bengalis mattered much less than that of sturdy Greeks. This is Churchill's actual quote. And when conscience-stricken British officials wrote to him, pointing out that people were dying because of this decision, he peevishly wrote in the margins of the file, "Why hasn't Gandhi died yet? Why hasn't Gandhi died yet? Why hasn't Gandhi died yet?"
Why hasn't Gandhi died yet? Never said by Winston Churchill. The claim is that Churchill said, "Why hasn't Gandhi died yet?" regarding the Bengal famine. This is cited in various sources. Two key sources for this claim are the books, Churchill's Secret War by Madhushri Mukherjee and Unglorious Empire by Shashi Tharoor. Both books cite Churchill's statement as a response to a telegram about the famine from the Viceroy of India. However, neither book directly quotes Churchill. They paraphrase a diary entry by the Viceroy, Lord Wavell. Wavell wrote in his diary that Churchill sent him a peevish telegram asking why Gandhi hadn't died yet. This does not constitute a verbatim quote from Churchill himself. The original telegram from Churchill to Wavell can be found in the compiled British documents Transfer of Power 1940–1947. The telegram is dated July 5, 1944, which matches the date of Wavell's diary entry. In the telegram, Churchill expresses surprise at Gandhi resuming active politics after being released from prison for health reasons. Churchill asks how this squares with previous medical reports that said Gandhi would be unable to participate in politics again. There is no mention of Gandhi dying or of the Bengal famine in the original telegram. The telegram seems to be regarding Gandhi's health and return to politics, not the famine. The famine occurred in 1943, while this telegram exchange happened in 1944 after the famine. Therefore, there is no evidence Churchill linked Gandhi's health or death to the Bengal famine in this message. Wavell paraphrased Churchill's telegram in a critical way in his private diary. The diary is Wavell's personal opinions and perspectives, not an official record. Tharoor presented the supposed quote as a direct Churchill statement without proper context. This misrepresents the historical record and falsely portrays Churchill's views. Mukherjee also implies the quote shows Churchill's indifference toward the famine. But the evidence shows Churchill said no such thing regarding Gandhi's death or the famine. The researchers thoroughly reviewed the relevant volumes of official British documents. They could find no record of Churchill making the alleged statement about Gandhi's death. The only source is Wavell's diary, which is his personal interpretation of Churchill's telegram. The full context shows the telegram was about Gandhi's politics, not the famine. There are no known sources showing Churchill linking Gandhi's death to the famine. The alleged quote does not prove Churchill made decisions out of indifference or spite regarding the famine. Churchill did send some critical telegrams to Wavell about food aid to India. But none include the supposed quote used to portray Churchill as malicious. The researchers conclude the supposed quote was a misrepresentation and exaggeration. Tharoor presented it without proper sourcing or context. This gives a false impression of Churchill's actions and views on the famine. The full evidence debunks the claim Churchill said, "Why hasn't Gandhi died yet?" about the famine. This shows the importance of checking primary sources and not just relying on second-hand accounts. Paraphrased diary entries do not carry the same weight as original documents. Proper historical analysis requires examining events in their full context. Anecdotes and quotes should not be accepted without confirmation from primary sources. This thorough research shows the need for care and rigor before making definitive claims about history. There are often multiple perspectives and interpretations of events that require careful analysis. In total, the evidence debunks the use of this quote to portray Churchill as malicious regarding the Bengal famine.